Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio and welcome to Make It Monday. I'm excited each and every one of you is here because we're here to do a little crafty project. Now, this is one you could stack your stash with. It's also a basic builder. Yes and no. I mean, kind of, sort of. So whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we're going to do that and we're going to have some fun. We're going to use some envelopes and some paper. And we'll get busy in just a minute. I'm going to share with you what we did in our last video on Saturday. And Saturday we did this lovely, you untie it. We decorated our pocket. I'll show you a little bit up close. We decorated our pocket. And when you open it, you know, I've added some bows and some lace. I stuck in a journal card. We have lace here, and then I added a tie. Now, I've also done it so there's a pocket back there, but there's also a pocket here. So there's three pockets here, plus the one up there. So quite a bit of pockets to fill. This one's going to take me quite a while to finish, some of which I will not be able to do on video, because what will happen is we'll just never get it done. So I'm going to have to do some of it off video. But maybe any of the major pieces I'll do on here, like that we're putting on the page. But what I fill everything with are just going to be journal cards. And you guys all know how to do that. Unless there's something special I'm making and I feel like you need to know. Then we flipped our page and we worked on another piece. And I wanted to show you where we're at. Now, I did add the pocket after I went off camera. Stuck 3 little cards in there. Then when you open it out, you have this beautiful picture. You go like this and you have writing space if you want to write or put some notes or something in it, right? And we still have the pocket. So I do want to add lace and some bling there. I'm probably going to bling this all up. I haven't done that yet, as I said. But to keep it closed, we're going to use little bits and pieces, journal cards, right? So that keeps it closed pretty well. I'm going to go like this, I think, just to kind of give it some, and that keeps it nicely closed. So I just wanted to show you where we're at. Now the piece we're going to make today is also going to go in here, probably on this page here. So we're going to be working on a piece for that, but we're not actually working on that. We're working on the pocket that we're going to make. And you can make tons of these. Just make them blank, then decorate them to fit your project. Okay, so if you want to do a stack your stash on this one, I think this is a good one for that. So what you want to do is get out some envelopes. Now you pick the size you want. I need one this size for the project I'm working on, but you could use a little one. You could use a brown one. That's a paper bag. You probably don't want to use that one, but you could use whatever size envelope you have, okay? And just make it according to size. If we have time, I will make a couple of them. Sorry, I have the hiccups really bad. Greg brought us home some lunch today. So first thing you want to do is you want to get yourself an envelope. Now this is specifically, I got it for this one here because it's got to fit inside here and I wanted it to be good size, but it's actually going to get put on here. And you'll see what we're going to do with it. It's like a little notebook envelope, a little bit different than some of the other ones that we're doing. Okay, so, all right. Now, I want to use this size. Now, because this is red, I may end up having to line this. And I'm wondering if before I get going, if it would be a good idea to do that. So I did grab a few bits and pieces that I thought I could line it with that kind of go with the pages it's going to go on. I feel like this piece blends nicely, so I think I'll go ahead and use it. And whatever I cover it with, I think it goes well with the pieces that I want to cover things with. So I think, yeah, I think it'd be okay. Again, these are Shabby Dabby Doodah. This is her Roses kit. So what I want to do, I was worried about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that down to fit inside the envelope. And I'm going to move it out just a bit so I can give it a little trim. And I'm not going to use that much of it, so I think I can use it for both pieces, and it'll be fine. Oh, not that one. That probably won't work. Now, I did try to trim up some papers. I did do some prep for this. So or as much as I had time and energy for. I'm still under the weather, so this might be it for videos for the week. We'll see how I'm doing later. Okay, so I do want to put that in there. All right, got it. And then I also want to do the envelope. So I don't think I need this to be this wide. I want it to go in about, let's get the pencil again, a pencil anyway. I have paper cutters everywhere. I know. All right, so I wonder if this one, I just cut this bit off. I wonder if this would fit up here. No, it doesn't. But this one does. Better. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I only want it to go in a couple inches. It doesn't have to go in very far. Yeah, so it's going to go in a couple inches. And then we'll do the other one. Okay, so let me cut this. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. Yes? Yes. Let's see. Does this fit in here? I said it did. Yes. Okay. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because we're just covering that red. It's coffee dyed. I got it from my lovely friend Emily at Vintage Polka Dot Shop. You hear me talk about her often. I do like to support my friends. And I have a lot of them in the industry that I support. I'm actually going to go a little bit over because what I want to do is when I fold it down, I want to put this one on top, and that way we won't have a weird gap in the middle. Okay. And then I am going to give it just a tiny bit of ink before I do that. And I'm going to pop it in here. You don't have to do this. I have to because this is it's gonna show in my project, and I really want to use this size envelope, and it's the only one I have, and of course it's red, and it'd be great if it was Christmas, but it's not. So let's see if I can make it do what I want it to do. Okay, I just don't want it to show. Even though I'm going to glue things on top of this, I just feel like, or in front of it, I feel like it needs to be covered. So then again, now we have more. So let's, I have to bend that or I won't know where to put my paper. Okay, let's go. Did that come from there? Yeah, it did. So it might be better if I do it that way. All right. I am going to put the glue all over this. Barking dog today. Barking dog, fence repair. I think it's a retaining wall repair, actually. These houses are all built on a terrace, so you never know what the heck's going to happen if you're not careful. I just wanted to see where that came from. Yeah, it came from there. Ooh, that sounds like a big doggy. Big mad doggy. Somebody's in his yard and he does not like that. Okay. I'm hoping this won't show, but it may. So I want to glue it on. Now we're going to turn it over. And let's cut this out. Hopefully YouTube's blocking out that dog, and if he's not, I apologize. You won't have to do this on any others, because if you're using white or you're using something else, you don't have to worry about it until you're ready to decorate it. But this, I'm just going directly into my portfolio. My folio. So I really don't want it to show, right? Very important. I am going to ink it a little bit because this particular project I am using Victorian velvet. I will do just a plain one after I do this one, but I wanted to make sure I did the one for the folio first, and then I can do some plain ones for you guys after. What you would stack your stash with, right? But you get the idea. You can do this with any envelope. So you see, if you have an envelope that has something inside that you don't like for whatever reason, you can just... Okay, I don't really care if it gets a crease. I'm hoping it doesn't, of course. You always hope that because it's wet, wet, wet. All right. Hopefully we aren't going to see that because that should be glued down on the page and then you're going to go like this, all right? But we're going to put some papers in here to make it a booklet. The whole goal is to make it a booklet. I am going to use some pink paper and some beige paper. And this might be the right... Actually, let's just do... Where's my ruler? Now, people can stitch it in, you can sew it in, or you can glue it in. You can do whatever makes your little heart desire, whatever your heart's desire is. So I need this at 4 1/4, so it'll be 8 1/2. So I'm going to go cut this on my cutter. I'll be right back. Oh, that's one mad doggy. We've had a lot of people trying to break into homes around here because they're nice homes. We live in a really nice neighborhood, and people are trying to break into everybody's homes. And so it's good that the dogs are, just hopefully the neighbors over there, because it's up the hill from me, are paying attention. Or it could be, yeah, it's up the hill somewhere. I don't know where that dog is. I've never heard him before. He is not a barker. So that's a bit... It's right on the edge of being too tall, right? So let me trim it up just a bit. I hate to cut any of it off because it's so pretty. It's such pretty. I think this paper came from A Trace of Sparkle. Okay, and I'm just going to put a couple pages in there like that. Now let's see. So if that is down... This is going to be the front. I'm trying to figure out how to get that. No, I can't get it into the front, darn it. If I turn it over, I can. Put it upside down. Okay, well. Now, you could staple this in. I don't think my staplers will reach. Let me see. I don't think I have any long. I don't have my long staplers here anywhere. They're probably in my office. But I have a little short stapler. I have the tiny attacher, but it's not any wider, I think, than this one. Let me see. Well, actually, this one is wider. And let's get that in there. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to staple that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of... fold it around the back. This is a booger. Hold on a minute. I'm going to use my clips. You know how I am with my clips. Let's get the clips out. Let's get the clips out. That way we're not fighting with our papers today, right? Okay. So we're going to kind of go like this to get the stapler in there. There's a way to do this. Teen Shabby Dabby Doodah does it all the time. I've never been that successful with it, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. And I am using rose gold staples. Yeah, you're going to have a little bend, but I can unbend it, right? Yep. And... if you don't want to use a stapler, stitch it in, hand tie it in, whatever you want to do. Use your sewing machine. Okay, so there we have it. So technically it goes like this. We glue this down on the page, and then we have this lovely little notebook, right? Let me close that. And then we're going to tie it up with some string or whatever you want to tie it with, right? So when you look inside, you have a pocket here, right? You could cover this if you would like with paper, and then you wouldn't have to worry about you could just cover it with paper or take a strip or whatever. You can cover the outside if you want, whatever you want to do. And then this part gets glued down on your page. So let me show you. So on your page, you're going to take this flap, whatever shape it is, you're going to glue it down on your page, right? And then you're going to open it. Then you can open it. And you've got little bits of paper to write on. We could make, actually because it's kind of a fashion bedroom thing, we can take and use some swatches. We could do some really fun things with it. But then we have this here. Now we do want to tie it closed because it is not going to stay closed. So the question is, what do we, I still like this. I've got a little bit left, so let's use it. Let's get this used. I'll make another one, a blank one. I'll make some blank ones to use in my other work, right? Holy Toledo. I got myself a knot. Hold on. My goodness. All right. This is called Victorian is the color. So if you're looking for this beautiful color, mauve-y pink color, over at My Scrap Cabin, Victorian is your color. Well, at least this one is. And then you're going to tie up your bow, make our bunny ears, and there you go. Okay, so what you would do if you're stacking your stashes, you just make a whole bunch of these in random colors. You can tie it with twine or string. You can use some of this. I was going to use this, but for this particular fancy one, I don't think that's nice enough. But you could use whatever kind of string you have, twine, whatever you want to use. Okay, so this one's going to go in here, all right? And we'll decorate it up in a minute. I'm going to put that over there. All right, now let's do, of course, we ended up with some nice little bits over here that we can use for anything we want. All right, I'm happy with that. I'll move that off to the side. And this is, again, Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, her roses papers. So, and this is all to cover that with. So since we're not doing that at the moment, I guess I could just pull them off. And let's just make a blank one. Let's make a basic one that we're not particularly using in anything, right? So again, here's some paper. Let's pick one. What size do we want? Do we want to do a long, narrow envelope? Well, or do we want to do a little short one? Maybe we could just do a little, when you have a white one here, you could do it white. You can do it in the craft color. We have the 5.5 by 7. We've got the big tall ones. You know, you could do it in whatever you'd like to create your cardstock. Now, you could also, if you wanted, you could use cardstock on here and just have two pieces of wonderful looking paper together. You could do a pink cardstock. I'm debating on that. Maybe I'd go this way. Okay, maybe I will do that. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. I'm going to make it a little wider. Oh, this has got to be either 110. I don't think, yeah, this must be 110 cardstock because it doesn't feel like, it does not feel like 65 pounds. I bet it's 110, just in case you're asking. This is a 4.5-inch envelope. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to go 4 and... Did I say 4.5? Or do I mean 3.5? No, I mean 3.5, right? Yeah, 3.5. Ay, ay, ay. I'm going to go 3 3/4. Yeah. And you glue it to the back. So then you have this, and then if you want to add papers, you can, or you can just use it that way. I kind of like that. And I'm going to make it a little taller. Gonna let it kind of frame the piece. Okay. So this one, instead of adding the papers inside, we're just gonna glue it to this and it'll glue down to your page and we just tie a lovely string around it. So let's do that. This one's nice and easy. So this is another version, and these, you can make a ton of these really quickly. So let's glue this on here. And let's see, how do we do this? looking for my front and my back of this. This has a front and a back, believe it or not. And I want it to be even down there on the bottom. Okay. Come on, you. I know you can do it. There you go. Then you glue that down on your page. You can decorate this. You can decorate this. You can decorate this. But you have a lovely writing spot with a pocket. Okay, so it's totally up to you what you want to do. You can add some pretty twine, baker's twine. Come on, you. Where are you at? And I don't need a ton. I'm not going to wrap it like 100 times because you can't do that if you're going to glue it on a page, because when you glue this down, you're going to glue it down right here or straight across, and then your twine stays on there permanently. I did not make this twine long enough. Well, doggone it. Okay, I'll use it for something else. Let me get that again. Oh my goodness, why is this such a problem? It's the way they put it on the card is what the problem is. Okay. I'm going to have to close my window. The dog is getting noisier. He's really not a happy guy. He's angry. He's growling. Shoot. Who's ever in his yard should not be there. Then one thing I like to do on these twines is I put a knot on the end to keep them from unwinding. Otherwise, like you see here, we're losing all the color as it unwinds itself, right? So we don't want that. Plus it kind of finishes it off nicely, and so it doesn't look like just a piece of junk. So again, we've added something else to our Stack Your Stash, but that's okay. I don't mind. And you're just going to tie your string. Okay. And then, like I said, you just glue that down on a page. Or you can glue it around and make this a pocket, but just make sure you glue it there, okay, so that it doesn't go anywhere. So you have that one. So we have that one. Now, if we want to go back and do another one, let's see, what other side should we... I've got so much stuff on my desk. Oh my goodness, what did I just throw on the floor? Sorry, I got paper on the floor here. We can use a 5x7 or a tall one. Maybe we'll do a 5x7. That's good. I don't need much more than that for my stash, but if you want more than that, please feel free to do that. I'm going to fold this in half because I think, is this pretty good? This is 5.5, so it'd be 10, 11. Yeah, no, it should work. Let me see, does it? Yep, it does. You want them to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm going to cut off a little bit. I probably should have trimmed it. You don't need to put a lot of paper in there. You just, you know, you really don't. So, where's my other, oh, there's my other trimmer. Let me cut that down a little. What did I say this was? 7. Yeah, that goes to 7 right there, a 7. Make it a little bit shorter. Yep, it'll fit in there. Then we want to trim off the edges. So we'll make this 5. Right there. Okay. I'll keep those little bits. Oh, I got new squirrel. I got new clear stamp sets by Sam Poole. New words. I had this one, but I wanted some more. So I got, let's see, signatures from the past and dates from the past, number 2. And that's dates from the past, number 1. So yeah, I'm super excited because now I've got more scraps and I have new words and new numbers, and it's not the same old one over and over that I keep using on everything. This way I get a really good one. So this one, I feel like, I don't feel like I want, because I'm not putting in multiple pages, I just feel like I'm going to glue the envelope right to this page. You'd put it down on your, whatever you're making, right? And then if you decided you wanted more pages before you do anything, you could add a bunch and just stitch them in before you glue it down, right? So all we need to do on this one, look how easy these are. There, you can make 100 of these. This already has a sticky strip. Let's see what it does. I think that'll work for now because you're going to glue this in, so it doesn't matter, or stitch it in. So either way, it'll be fine, and you're going to glue it down on a page, right? So yeah, that does come up, but we can just put a little bit of glue right along here. And that is going, that bottom one's going nowhere. You can add more pages by stitching them in by hand here. And then that gets glued down on your page. I'll show you. Okay, let me get our page again. Okay, so this one actually would fit in here. It fits. I mean, it's a squeezer, but it does fit. So you would glue it down. I mean, excuse me, you would glue this back piece down here. Goes in there like this. And then it folds out. You got a pocket, you got writing or decoration. You've got writing, writing, writing. So you really don't need a ton of pages. It just depends on what you want to do. Again, you would tie this with twine or string. I don't think I want to use anything pink because I don't know where this is going to go. So you might not want to tie that up until you know what it's going to go into. Or you could just tie it with something temporary. I'm looking around to see if I have something temporary we could tie it with. I did have a big ball of twine. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll do it with something neutral. Excuse me, I had to leave you for a minute, but it's good for me to stand up. I tend to sit too much. What are we at? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I need to get some fluid in me. Okay, now, we would just get some twine here. We can always cut it. It's too long. This is old. Had it forever. Now, again, another vintage string. We'll go up. You don't want to go around it twice because there's no way to unwind it if you're going to glue it down. If you're just going to drop it in a pocket or tuck, then yeah, you could wrap it around a couple times and it'd be fine. So I'm just going to put a knot in the end like I always do. I think it's a good way to finish off your string too. And then if you want, you could have beads on the ends or whatever you want to do, right? So now we have that one. You would glue that down. So there you go. These are little envelope pocket notebooks. I don't know, I think that's what I'm going to call them. But this one's going to go on here, which means it's going to need decorating. So this is how you stack your stash. You could probably within an hour do maybe 12, 14 of them. Be very easy to do. Just grab envelopes and paper, cardstock, whatever you like, and make them up, and then you just glue them down and decorate them. So, or decorate them, then glue them down, however you want to do that. So that's a good stack your stash today. So what I think we'll do is we're going to decorate to go in here. And since you guys love the decorating part, as you've told me many, many times, I'm going to do that for you today. I'm going to move that over because I want to keep it nearby. Now my ribbon's already, oh, my ribbon is not glued on. That's not good. Okay, I thought I glued that on already. Let me do it. Well, that's not okay. There. Let's get this up here nice and even. Let's make sure our ribbon is straight in the back. It is. We want to give it a good tie before we glue it. So what you want to do now is you want to take your glue, and you can use whatever kind of glue you want. I wouldn't use glue stick. This is never going to show. You're never going to see this because this right here is going to be glued in. So we just want that to glue. And we don't care what it looks like because you're not going to see it, although this glue does dry clear. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that dry for just a second while I figure out what I want to cover my envelope with. I love this paper. I want something that goes good with what's here. And it's either going to be this one or this one. Let me cut. I want to cut some of this off. I don't particularly like this black border, but I love what's inside the black border. So I'm going to see what I can do and not completely cut my perfume bottle. So I'm going to see if I can cut off some of that black border, not make it so heavy. Okay, here we go. And let's get rid of some of this, but we don't want to take off the bottom of the perfume bottle. So we have to see if this is going to fit on here first. First and foremost, no. All right, we are going to have to cut it down, which means I do want to lose that. I don't need to cover the whole thing, but I do want to. Here, let me show you what I mean. I do want to get rid of the black. So if we, okay, if we have this here, because it's going to clash, I don't want it to clash. So I see there's a little purple here, a little purple here. We've got the pink and the green. We also have this one. It's a little bit lighter, not quite so dark. And then I have these, but, oh, I really love that one too. Okay, so this is a problem because I like all of them. Let me see. We're going to cut that right along that edge. Okay. This one I'm going to cut in because I know I don't want to see the black on that. There we go. And I'm going to lose as much of it on the bottom as I can. Okay, is this going to fit any better? Or do I still need to do a bunch of cutting? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, let me open this. I think it's glued on there good enough for the moment. Oh, I still have to cut down the side. Darn. Okay. I'm going to cut a little more and try not to cut off the whole. I'm going to cut a little bit of the perfume bottle off. I'm going to cut a bit more on this side. I am going to lose some of the bottom of that perfume bottle just to get rid of that black line that I just do not care for this particular project. I don't mind it on the norm, but I don't want it for this particular project. There, we got it. Yay. Yes, I think that's the one I want. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, I love that. It gives us a nice decorated piece. We can, of course, add some lace top and bottom. That would be lovely. I do like this one. This is the other one I like, but I think this is a little bit lighter and not quite as busy. This is a very busy folio, I'm going to tell you right now. It really is. Then on the inside, we've got this, and I did cut this piece off, and I'm wondering if it would just be nice to just put that up there and glue it on, and then you don't really see the envelope on the inside, so you have a really pretty piece. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do, although I do notice it's very crooked. I need to straighten it out here. Let's get this straight. Okay. I'm going to move that out just a little more. There we are. I think I've got it straight now. I think we're good. Okay, and as you know, I love this fancy edge on my cutters, on my punch, so I'm going to use that. Well, not on that one. I'm going to use it on this one. I've got my elbows on the table. That's because I did 2 videos today because I'm worried I won't be able to feel good enough to do videos for a while. So I want to really get you through the weekend and Monday. And then, the one you'll see after this. Hopefully I'll feel good enough by then to make a video like on Tuesday for next Wednesday. Doctor suggested bed rest for me. So I'm going to do what she says and or sit quietly and craft. She said absolutely no stress, which honestly, as much as I love making videos, it can be stressful with all the work before, after cleanup, trying to come up with stuff. You know, it does get a little bit stressful. Even though it's a good stress, it's still a stress, and that's, right now, that's a no-no. Plus, I'm using a lot of energy talking and crafting, so. Gosh, guys, I'm getting hit on every little thing that comes out of my mouth lately, and so I think I need a break from that as well. The one thing when your channel grows, which I was super excited about, you also get the trolls, people who don't know you, don't have any idea what your channel's about. They're pretty brutal. So I think I need another little break from that. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not quitting or anything. I'm just saying that, gosh, it's making it hard for me to do a video because I have to watch every single thing that comes out of my mouth and say, no, that's not what I mean. And it's exhausting to try to do that. I don't know why this is coming off. Not enough glue. Well, there's going to be plenty when I'm done here. This puppy's going to be swimming in glue. Okay. So it's like it gets pretty tiring worrying about everything that you say and do. And it's just like, ugh, get tired of it. Wears me out, honestly. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know I am complaining. I just want to let you know that, you know, I'm ready to, and it causes me stress is what it does. It causes me emotional stress. Just like, gosh, I can't say anything. I can't do anything. I can't verbalize anything. It's my channel. I can say and do what I want. Leave me alone. But, you know, you don't want to be rude like that, so you can't say that. And you want to, but you can't. Well, you can, but you don't want to alienate everybody either. I just want to make pretty videos. And I am making these. The reason I didn't quit with all the negativity I've been getting again since the new year started is because of you guys. You give me the reason to keep going. You cheer me on. You guys are fabulous. You're the reason I'm still here and still trying to do my best for you and make pretty things if I can. I feel like this needs a piece of lace like top to bottom, right? Oh, you know what? I have a piece of, if I can get to it. Ah, yes. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. It's mauve. Oh, is that too much? Or is it going to be clashy? Let me see. Clashy? Ooh, it might be clashy. I did not think about that. Well, what about this one? That's not clashy. I just don't know if it'll work. Can I do it? Let me see. Let me get those two out and see what I think. Come on, get back in there. I saw a picture of my old lace cart. Oh my gosh, there was hardly anything on it. You should see it now. Woohoo! It's drowning in lace. It really is. So if we put this on here, we don't see much of it. I wish it was longer. We can go this way, but you'll only see like a little bit of the pretty lace on one edge. But I think that's okay, right? Are you okay with that? I'm okay with that. Are you okay? I'm okay. I gotta try not to cut my, watch me cut my ribbons off. Let me get this. I'm gonna make it just a tiny bit longer so that I can go in my scrapbooks. I don't think I want to use, I mean, this is great and it is mauve, but for some reason, I don't know. Let's see, is it too clashy? Let me see. Well, it adds just a little bit of something over the paper. I mean, it's okay that I cut that one. I have plenty more. I think this has a more finished feel to it. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that lightens it up a lot. I'll use that one. Yes, I love this. Love this. I don't have a lot of it left though. I'm almost out. So I do want to kind of hoard it just a little. Use it on smaller projects, small projects. All right, so let's get this cut out, cutting off my my ribbon. And do I want to go around? Maybe I could just go around it a little bit so that we get rid of the staples and they don't cut anybody. You know, I would be very upset if someone bought this and they said, oh, I cut my hand on it. Oh my gosh, that would break me. I wouldn't want anyone to hurt themselves on one of my pieces. Yikes. So let's do this, see what we can do. We can only go over a little bit because of the ribbon. I forgot about the ribbon being back there. Okay. Now this bottom is a lot straighter, so I'm gonna move this over just a pardon me. Oh, that was icky. This glue has an icky feeling to it. I love it, but it's slimy. You know, it can be very slimy. Now, right where that ribbon is, I am gonna take a little. You're never going to see this is glued down, but it's mainly just to keep it nice on the back. There. As to keep it just looking good and folding well and keeping the little booklet together. Okay. Now it's going to be easier for me to trim this, honestly. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm doing this in midair, which, you know, when you cut in a pattern, you're doing it on a cutting table. You are not cutting freeform there. You're not cutting like that. So yes, I can cut straight on a table. A little harder up in the air there. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you guys are here. You probably aren't hearing this at all, but I can't take a chance that someone else starts complaining about noise. Getting it for everything else. Let's not do that. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. Okay, guys. I am tired today. This is my second video. Lots of prep. Lots of prep. Lots and lots of prep today. Okay, isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Now we're going to put this piece on there. Yes, and I'm very happy with it. Yes, this is a fun piece. But see what you could do with these? Like, right? Not those scissors. I'm keeping those for fabric, but I may try those other ones. Those other ones are not precision, though, so they may not work for fabric. These are precision scissors right here, so they're good for my laces. I do love that. More scissors I don't like. Ugh. Okay, so let's see. Let's go like this. Okay. I am so blessed to have such wonderful subscribers who come back over and over, who comment and give me thumbs up and are so kind to me. Of course, there are the others, but there are more of you that aren't like that, and that's the reason I did not quit this year. It's the reason I kept my channel going, so I want to thank you for those of you who have stuck with me and have continued to enjoy my work and enjoy what I do and my personality, and send me beautiful happy mails and lovely cards, and all those things mean the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hoping this is going to stick to this lace. Please, please, please. Okie dokie. Let me see. My goodness. Oh, where are we at? Okay. Put that away. I think I'm done with that. We'll see. So this will glue down here, and then what'll happen is it'll open from the flap. And do I want to pocket at the bottom again? I don't know if I do. I think I'm just going to center it. That way I can put something down there like a decoration of some kind. Or maybe I'll go low. I do have wide lace, as you know. Let me see. Like I have this. This is pretty. I could put a piece of this down here. And then put this on it so it makes it, gives it the, but make it exactly the same width, right? And that would give it kind of that extra, like ruffly look at the bottom. That would be fun. Let's see, how much do I have? I could do quite a bit. Can go up quite a bit. So I would definitely want to put that on there first. And straighten that out a whole lot. There we go. Because we're going to want that to go. I think I can tuck it in a little bit over here. And glue it in right over to here. I want to bring that down a little bit. I don't mind seeing a little something hanging out of my folio. I think I like that. It gives it more of a fun. And then maybe I could put some kind of a ruffle right there or something. Or more ribbon or something. Let's see. Still think I didn't do a very good job with that. Okay, maybe I did better this time. I don't know. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm trashing my nails big time with this Faberjack, but that's okay. I can do them again, and I'm going to. Next time you see me, hopefully they'll be good again. Take some downtime and do some, I just want to do some plain crafting that has nothing to do with videos. I want to make some goodies for the shop, the pen holders and some other goodies. I've got a bunch of fun stuff. I've got kits I want to do. I want to do some market boxes, so I need time for that. So now that I've got this video done, I'm feeling like I can go forward and do some of those things. I'm ripping the paper a little bit, but I'm feeling like I could get it up there. Then we're going to glue that in. Very good. Lots of glue. Lots and lots of glue. Okay. So, I like that. I do like that a lot. So that's going to go there. We're going to bring, oh, I was only going to make it as wide as the thing. Well, I guess that's okay. I think it's fine. Or should I cut it? I've got a second to do it. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So now, to glue this down in our book, I'm going to glue just the flap. Just this flap. Yeah. Doing this up in the air is so not easy, but I have to be able to see what the heck I'm doing. Oh, I'm hungry again. I had a big lunch, but I'm hungry again. Oh, it must be all this hard work, huh? Okay. So I've got to figure out where this is going. Oh, gosh. I should have tied this before I went to put it on. That was a big boo-boo. Okay, so tie your ribbon first before you glue it down. And I'm going to put it about where I want it. Gosh, did you guys just hear my stomach growl? Oh my goodness. That was a big growl too. I was like, roar, feed me. It's like, no, you don't need to be fed. You've been fed enough. Okay, make sure that's straight, that ribbon, or it won't tie right. See, you got it in. Now, you could have just done two little sides and done it as a tuck, but I'm not doing that. Not on this one. I don't think that's... I might have to add some fabric tack to the bottom because, well, this does glue, but that's a heavy lace, so I'm not sure. Where'd the length of that go? Oh. Not only do you get to see the piece completed, or mostly, you get to see it go in. Now, I was thinking, ooh, that'd be neat to put some lace there, but maybe not that piece. I'll have to see what other pink lace I have that I would like to go down this side right there. I do want to add some lace, some more lace. This is a very pink project. I mean, there is greens and things in here, but and beige, but I mainly went for the pink. I'm adding just a little extra glue. I'm holding it down. Okay. Now you do have to keep in mind when you tie this that now you're tying a piece of lace in there on the edge, which is okay. I can make it move flat. I may not want to tie it as tight as I did before, but that's okay. We don't have to. There we go. Yeah, I don't have it tied down real tight, but it's only glued. Now, I only glued it at that flap. If I feel like, you know, I don't want to see that or I don't want that, I can just glue this piece down right here, this bottom one. And that'll, so that when you tie it up, it will keep it down pretty good. So that's something to be decided, right? I haven't decided yet. I'll know. The more I work with the book and the more it bugs me, if it bugs me, then I'll know, okay, we need to glue that whole thing down. And that'll depend whether there gets to be lace back there because we're going to use this back page for something or not. But I'm loving this. Okay, I'm hoping that's going to stay on like that and that it's not going to come up. You know what I'm going to do? While it's drying, you know what I'm going to do, right? Let's put some of our hands on here. Yay, there we go. So, there. All right. Whoops, got to be careful of the paper behind it. Well, that's heavy. Oh, yeah, you guys mentioned what you put down here, but I'd already made that decision. So, thank you anyway. I got it all handled. I knew I would. I knew I would figure it out as soon as I had a minute. Quiet time, you know, get quiet creative time, then you're able to, you know, figure out what you're, when you're on camera, it's a lot harder to figure out what you want to do, you know, because you're got the time management thing going. You're like, oh, I got to get this done now. But I'm going to figure out what I want along this side here. This is kind of, I think I'm going to have to use more glue down here. Definitely ruffling itself up, which I don't want it to do. There, I really didn't want that to show through the lace. I usually try to be careful with that, but I think otherwise it's going to be a problem for me. There, there. I can put a bow or something there. Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be a bow right there, just to cover that up. Well, it depends whether I glue that page down. That is going to make the biggest difference, really. So that's how you would actually use these little envelope booklets. I think these are a fun little envelope booklet. You can add as many pages as you want, or just one page, or, you know, however you want to do it. And then you decorate them up and you get what you get, right? So there we have it, guys. I think that might be it for me today. I hope that you guys have a fabulous Friday and let's see, what day is this? No, wait, what day? No, this is Monday. Sorry, I got confused. I hope you have a marvelous Monday and a wonderful week. And I truly hope to see you come Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be back on my feet and feeling fit as a fiddle and ready to rock and roll again and deal with all the stuff. So, okay, you guys, I love you. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.